hesitating. When you're just so tired of trying, all alone you feel like hiding. Together we'll keep fighting. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Fearless, we'll take in the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Can you see the sun is shining like a new hope? Feel it rising, coming over the horizon. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Fearless, we'll take in the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. There's no stopping.
Good day. I think I'm on the air. Let me just check my sound and make sure you hear me nice and clear. Check. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So I was supposed to do it Saturday night. There was problems with my software. It was down, and it was the software problem. They had a problem with their server with allowing their users to stream, and then you could hear in my nose it's a little bit clogged. So my podcast was delayed, and I apologize. And we're actually live right now. So I'm just going ahead and I'm just doing it. So I'm Chris Godjulo, and I am a licensed referral specialist and associate broker for Realty Connect LLC, where I'm able to find you a home or list a home for you or to guide you and help you anywhere within the United States of America. So you either contact me or you go to my website. You could use that, either realestatewithmrg.us or Realty Connect /Christopher Godjulo. And there you enter your information, and you will be greeted by up to 3 top agents in that locale, wherever you're looking. And whoever you feel the most comfortable with, you choose. Okay? So it's great for, number one, for people who are moving across country and they might have a house here to put on sale and to buy a house any other location in the United States. So it's a good service. I am not doing the actual showing of properties. I'm not doing the actual listing of properties. I'm helping you. I'm guiding you. All right. But the actual work of showing and listing will be done by Realty Connect LLC. So, and even if you're not moving, if you're staying in the area and you're looking for an agent, and this is kind of a way of finding an agent without asking for referrals from friends, because everybody always has a friend, a neighbor, a family member in real estate. There's actually twice the amount of agents who are registered agents in the Hampton Roads area that there are actually properties. So there's a lot of people who just went for the license, and if they're working hard, God bless them. But uh, only about 20% of the agents out there do 80% of the work. So you want someone who's truly dedicated in the business, who is working in full time, who's doing all the updates, the continuing education, going to conferences and so forth, and who are up to date with the trends and with law dealing with real estate. And not to knock anybody who's doing it part time, but it's difficult. It really is. Going into real estate is really, you're truly opening up your own business, even though you work for another company. You're working for a company. Yeah, I mean, you're under their signage, right? But you're truly working for yourself. Okay, you have to buy your materials. You have to do your own marketing. Pay for um, your realty board fees, your use of the multiple listing service, all these other um, agencies or programs or software programs that will help you with your retrieving of leads. Okay, so it's a big investment. Getting one deal here and then another deal is 4 or 5 months down the line is not going to keep you going. You got to be at the point where you're doing, 3 or 4 deals a month to really be successful and maintain a profession in this business. So it's truly a tough industry. So working with Realty Connect, you're dealing with those top 20%, and you'll be greeted up to 3 agents, and you just pick the one you feel the most comfortable with. Okay, so with that in mind, before I talk about my website and my blog, let's look at this video that kind of just puts it in a nutshell. Okay, so that's the broad spectrum of the United States of America. And from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South, I could find you a home. Okay. So, list a home. Let me add that. All right. Now, this is my weekly podcast, Real Estate with Mr. G. I also have a blog, Real Estate with Mr. G blog, where you have the minimum of 5 new articles per week and 3 videos, and it helps you keep on top of what's happening within the real estate industry, the mortgage industry, mentioning about the economy, and you will learn a lot. Okay, So, what are we going to talk about today? Let's go to our topic guest host who will ask a question.
Good day, Mr. G. I am getting ready to purchase a home. Can you tell me what home insurance is all about and what it protects? Any information will be most appreciated. I listen to your weekly video podcasts all the time with my family and friends. We find them most informative and fun. Best of luck in 2025.
Thank you very much, Ivy. And that's a very good question. A lot of our podcasts about what you need to do to purchase a property, getting it pre-approved, and knowing when it's a good time to buy and sell. But we never really go into the logistics of it. And home insurance is very, very very, very important. All right. And let's get my nice little PDF file. And this PDF file is on the blog, and you could go into more detail. Okay, there we go. So I can make this a little bit bigger. All right. So what do you need to know about home insurance? Now, let me just say one thing. The majority of buyers are buying a house with a mortgage. And the house itself is collateral, because if you can't pay for it, of course, the bank, after a while, will foreclose on the property and then take the property from you. Now, what they want to make sure that during the process, and even forget about foreclosures, they want to make sure that the house, even if there's any type of problem, will still be standing. And if there's, for instance, a fire, it will be repaired, right? If there's any type of damage to the house, a tree falls on the roof, there's insurance to repair it and bring it back to its value. Okay? Because the bank wants to make sure that house is maintained, and if need be, could be sold to cover the remaining balance of the property, or the remaining balance of the mortgage. So that house must have homeowners insurance in case something happens to that property. Now, even if you would buy a house for cash, you should get homeowners insurance, because if you just, if you have $300,000 to buy a house, and all of a sudden there's a fire, and now your house is gone, and now you're out $300,000, you don't want that to happen. You want that house to be rebuilt, to be repaired. So homeowners insurance is very important. So homeowners insurance is a must-have to protect what's probably your biggest investment of your home. And while you never want to think about worst-case scenarios, the right coverage is basically your safety net if something goes wrong. Here's how it helps you. So it covers repairs and rebuilding costs. For instance, if your home is damaged by firestorm or other covered events, your policy helps pay you for the repairs or even a full rebuild. Now, put a little asterisk there, because we're going to come back with that, because it says for covered events, and we got to have a little side note on that. Protects your belongings. Many policies can cover personal items like furniture, electronics, and clothing if they are stolen or damaged, and provides liability coverage. If someone gets injured on your property, homeowners insurance can help you cover medical bills or any legal expenses. Okay? So that's another thing. The third one doesn't deal with, destruction to the house. This is in case someone falls on your property, and maybe, you were negligent in some way, and they say it's your fault that I broke my leg or whatever, they don't want to sue you. I mean, if they sue you for the price of the house is gone. But the homeowner's insurance will protect that. So in the simplest sense, it gives you peace of mind knowing you have protection against unexpected events, help you worry less. And with the big churches, having the reassurance is a big deal. And while your first insurance payment will be wrapped in your closing costs, you will want this to be part of your budget beyond closing day or two. That's because it's a recurring expense. You'll have it once you get the keys to your home. So here's what you need to know about helping you budget for the important part of home ownership. Now, unfortunately, for everyone, costs and claims are rising. And why? Well, more severe weather events and wildfires are leading to higher claims. Some, or many, will blame it on climate change. Of course, you have the people who say, no, there's no climate change, there's no climate warming, but there's enough evidence that there is, and it's changing our environment, and we're having more storms, we're having more hurricanes, we're having more fires, okay? So there's an issue going on here. The hurricane season is actually lasting a little bit longer now. So also insurance companies are pulling out of high-risk areas, reducing options for homeowners in some states. All right, we used our homeowners insurance for a couple of claims. You know, the funny thing with insurance, whether it's home or for a car, if you use it too much, they drop you. They don't want you to use it. They just want to get their premiums. And we use it for all legitimate reasons, but they take away. So we had to search for another one, and now it seems because we're by the beach, we're in the wind zone. So some insurance companies don't deal with areas that might be in the hurricane area or might be in the storm area. Now wind is part of this as well. So it's getting more difficult. We had to shop around to find homeowners insurance. So past rate increases haven't kept up with these rise in claims. So they're saying that, even with the increases, this is talking on the side of the insurance company, even with the increases of these of your premiums, it's not covering the cost of all these issues that are going on, whether it's a storm, forest fires. It's not enough money going into the system. So basically, disasters are happening more and more, and often repairs cost more. All right, we have inflation, the cost of repairs are going up. If these tariffs go through, it's going to go up even higher. Basically, disasters are happening more often, repairs cost more, and insurers have to adjust their rates to keep up. All right, and here they're giving you an example. The average homeowner's insurance premium is up 14%. So what can you do about it? Home insurance is a must to protect your home and your investment. But with costs rising, you will want to do your homework to balance the best average you can get at the best price possible. Homeowners insurance rates vary widely based upon location, providing coverage. Shop around and compare quotes before settling on a policy. And don't forget to ask about discounts. Things like security systems or bundling with auto insurance could help lower your insurance cost. So bottom line, when you're ready to purchase a home, you have to consider the price of your home insurance, and you have to shop around for it before you close. The bank must have, or for you to have homeowners insurance. Now, it's separate from a home warranty, which is not required by the bank. All right, that's something for your own benefit, where the home warranty will protect you from if your HVAC system goes down, they will repair it, and if after a while they can't repair it, they'll replace it. Most situations, um, your appliances, if they fail, they'll repair it or they'll replace it, and so forth. You could get different types of homeowners insurance. You could get it on the plumbing. You could get it. There are some that are specializing in roofing, but that's separate. Okay, that protects the owner and could save you lots and lots of money, even though you might be shelling out $500 a year. It could save you lots of money. And not only do they fix, they might do. We have it. We bought all our appliances through Sears, and even though they're out of business, we have a warranty with them, and they come out once a year and they just inspect everything to make sure everything is working well. They'll check the HVAC system, the heat pump, the appliances, and so forth. All right. So you don't just call them when things are bad. You do like a yearly checkup, and you try to foresee any problems coming up. Now, the other thing I want to say that flood insurance is separate from your homeowner's insurance because that's an additional cost, right? That's an additional liability. Not all homes are in a flood zone. In the Hampton Roads area, we have a lot of flood zones, okay? And that's an additional damage to your home. Now, again, if you're going through a bank, the bank is going to check to see if you're in the flood zone, and they're going to require you to purchase flood insurance. You can't get away from it. For some reason, if you're buying it with cash and you are in the flood zone, it's highly recommended that you get the flood insurance. And you read it carefully because if there's such a bad flood that it also affects your second floor, you have to make sure that your flood insurance will cover damage to the second floor. Just because you have flood insurance and your second floor is damaged doesn't mean it's going to be covered. You might have to take out an extra rider for that. So you have to look at it. But definitely the point I'm trying to make is that flood insurance or flooding or damage from flooding is not part of your homeowner's insurance. That's a separate policy. Okay? Alrighty then, let's close this out. And I'm going to show you two summaries. I'm going to show you first a video that will kind of sum this up. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I hope that summed it up for you. But if not, here's a quick little summary. The benefits of homeowners insurance. Covers repairs and rebuilding costs if your home is damaged by firestorms and other covered events. So here's that word covered again. Remember, flooding is not covered. That's a separate policy. protects your belongings if they're stolen or damaged, provides liability coverage if someone gets injured on your property. Okay? Now, the other thing I want to remind you that on my blog site, we have the spring 2025 things to consider when buying a home. All right. And along with that, we also have the spring selling your house things to consider 2025 edition. These guides come out quarterly. This just came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So this will be good to about up to June, and then we'll have a new one. And you might say, where do I get such a wonderful thing? So you go to http, real estate with Mr. G.blog/resource-materials. But if you just go to real estate with Mr. G.blog, you'll see in the menu there resource materials, and you could download it for free. Okay? All righty then. Let's get rid of this thing over here. All right. Now I hear from our producer Isabella that we have a special guest in the audience. Is that correct, Isabella?
Mr. G, great news. We have celebrities in the audience. Originally from Palermo, Sicily, this couple performed their acrobatic acts at local pubs and circuses. After arriving on a boat to America, they performed their bits at local nights of Columbus in New York City and Brooklyn. As interest in twirling hats waned, the husband of the act entered a life of crime with the Corleone mob family. Ladies and gentlemen, the twirling Barzingis.
That was great. That was fantastic. Thank you for passing by, but I hope you go on the straight and narrow. All right, so that's our show for today. Saturday's not that far away. I should have another podcast up by then, but if not, by Monday. So have a wonderful week. It's warming up really nicely. This week, we're going to be in the 70s, like from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're getting into spring and getting close to Easter and the Easter Bunny. And so nice things are happening. So always remember what we always end with. Remember, the greatest gift we have is love. The greatest power we have is love. And the greatest gift, each other. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.